Morning, morning, everybody. Michelle is here. Michelle is here. January the 8th, 2026. Let's make sure that's documented properly. Just wanted to come on through on this early morning on the West Coast and give you some more information. That's all this is. This is information, and it's a crucial part of deconstructing, but you have free will in all of this, and that's the beauty of it. Okay, and I'll explain what that means. So I did a deconstruction process of videos. I did self-education, and now I'm talking about the aloneness of all of that, because everything's going to start happening so fast. You may not even know you're in the throes of something, or you're at the threshold of something until you're in it. And then sometimes that's good, bad, or ugly. It all depends on the situation. So that's why you need to value your aloneness, so that if you happen to unintentionally be alone, and it's going to be weather related. I'm going to be really honest with you. If you are in the most cases, it's going to be weather related. Why you end up by yourself alone. Okay, what are you going to do? A lot of people say that they can handle it. You'll get many opportunities to experience that. But the aloneness is necessary, though, whether there is a catastrophe, weather related, or other catastrophes. Just the other, I guess like a week or so ago, there was something going on in this neighborhood. This neighborhood is quite busy, activity everywhere. All walks of life, everything you could imagine in a busy neighborhood is happening over here. And I like that because it's giving me life experiences, as a retired first responder. I can remember going in those neighborhoods, when I would be out patrolling, looking around, because I wanted to know what's going on. Why did people end up in certain areas of the city? And it's all orchestrated. It was all intentional. It'll be denied. But at the same time, what does that do to someone's consciousness development? Well, it does a lot, actually, And those are opportunities to recognize. If you recognize when you were in a certain situation that you did not ever believe you would be, those are opportunities, actually. You just don't want to wait until, well, you could, again, it's free will, but you don't want to cause any more harm to yourself than you need to, right? That's another choice. Who, what, when, where, why, how, what if, I would think, and I think people do want a lot of answers. A lot of people are looking for answers. That's why there's so much. That's why the search engines are $1 billion intentional, narrow your mind venture. There's an intentional, and it's been going on for a while, an intentional hidden agenda of dumbing all of us down, making us question our reality, question this and that or the other. We're supposed to look through to an authority. We're supposed to be submissive, subservient, and subjugate ourselves to someone else. The police is going to take care of it. The president, the dictator president, is going to take care of it. Our city council is going to take care of it. God is going to take care of it. The Lord is going to take care of it. Jesus is going to take care of it. How many times have you heard that? And deep within that's not true at all. A lot of people will not say this publicly, and I don't blame you. All the things that I'm discussing with you is what you do within. You don't need to share this with anyone. You can go on. There's certain people that go online and share things for a reason, and they have to answer to the reasons. There are some out there who are genuinely attempting to help. There are some out there who are genuinely attempting to not help. and then anything in between. But you as an individual have to figure that out. And that's why I say you need aloneness, alone time to sit down somewhere where you feel safe and comfortable, and so that you can listen, so you can ground yourself, sense what is really going on in your environment, in your life. And it's so important to do that if you are married, if you have children, or you're in a partnership, relationship, whatever they're calling it now. Because what has to happen at some point in your life, you need to snap out of it, number one, and realize it's just you. It's only you. And that's why you need to work this inwardly. Okay, when you die, it will be only you there. Your mom won't be there, your dad won't be there, no one will be there. And no one's going to be waiting for you either. Okay? So, in your aloneness, just be brutally honest with yourself. At the same time, while being kind and gentle, your consciousness, your psyche, your thoughts, your mind, your brain are there to help you. Okay, but you have to tap into it and you have to activate it. Okay, and you need to engage in certain activities that will help. Movement is important, but again, there are certain things going on around the I guess the world, or particularly now in our particular country, where we have people walking for peace. They call it peace walk or something. Where the monks, there's some Buddhist monks, I think they are, I'm not sure. They're walking around in a peace march, a peace walk. And I advocate for that, actually. But at the same time, just use your discernment and make sure you know really what's going on based on what you are experiencing. I'm not there. I don't know what's happening wherever these people are. And, it's getting a lot of news. So that's when I get a little suspicious. I'm just being honest. When the news media is involved, especially major news outlets, I just get really suspicious about that. So just do not take everything at face value. How about that? Do not take everything at face value. Do your own research. Find out what's really going on. Ask questions, and just find out what's really going on. No one needs to know that you're doing your own research. You're doing your own discernment. No one needs to know that. Now, again, if you share stuff on social media platform, be ready for the criminal negative energy blowback. Especially when you start deconstructing yourself based on your religion. It doesn't matter if you're a Buddhist, you practice in Buddhist, or you're a Buddha, whatever you call yourself, a Christian, whatever. It doesn't matter at all. When you start deconstructing that, and starting from the ground up, asking yourself, okay, why do I believe this? Okay, if that came from my mom or dad, why did I listen to them? So it's actually a fun process, because you're getting to know who you are, what you are, and why you are. How beautiful is that? So I have some things that I'm doing as well to help people, but I'm gonna allow you to resonate towards it, because that's how it works anyway. That's how I was able to wake myself up and snap out of it. I read a passage. I was, because I decided to move back into a certain location, move back in with my parents once one of my parents became ill. And I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to figure this out. Because I knew something was, my life was in jeopardy as well. I shared it with no one. And that may have been, a mistake. Is I didn't share that with anyone, and I don't know if I even wrote it down, but I have a great memory. But the reason why I was a target I've been a target for quite a while, and sometimes people are just going to keep coming at you, and that's unfortunate. That's what criminal energy does. It doesn't stop. So I can remember where my life was in jeopardy, and the people that were involved believed that no one loved me and no one cared about me and no one would miss me. Boy, was they wrong. So you want to get to a point in your life where, and even in 2022, the same thing happened. A lot of people believed that no one loved me, no one cared, and no one would miss me. That was a mistake as well in belief. People with beliefs, they don't recognize the stupidity and the craziness of how they're thinking. So in your aloneness, okay, just get really honest about what you're up against. It's not going to be easy. That's why you have to, if you can't handle the blowback of the social media platform where people are going to be brutal towards you, do not say a word. The innately inclines can handle it, and they're the ones that are responsible for helping to spearhead this. But I'm not going to say any more about that. But again, if you can't handle the blowback, the intense criminal negative energy that's coming your way on the social media platform, then, so no one has to know. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Protect your peace. As a matter of fact, what does peace mean to you? Okay, and find out how you can protect that. I'm going to, in your aloneness, okay? So I'm going to stop right now, and trust me, I will be back.